Imagine a world where our ancient ancestors might have survived brutal winters not by hunting or gathering more food, but by essentially hibernating, slowing down their life processes just like bears do today. This startling possibility comes from a fascinating fossil discovery at the Sima de los Huesos site in Atapuerca, Spain. Scientists have uncovered over 1,600 skeletal remains dating back around 500,000 years, belonging to early hominins. What's truly mind-blowing is that these bones show repeated signs of chronic health conditions, which could be linked to a cycle of biological stress strikingly similar to what animals experience during hibernation. But here's where it gets controversial. Could early humans have really entered a state of torpor to survive winters, despite lacking modern comforts like fire, warm clothing, or stable food reserves? This idea challenges our traditional understanding of human evolution and adaptability in prehistoric climates. Delving into the bones, researchers, paleoanthropologists from Greece and Spain, noticed a consistent pattern of skeletal damage pointing to long-term health issues like chronic kidney disease. These conditions likely stemmed from malnutrition and a lack of sunlight, both common in harsh winter conditions. Signs such as trabecular tunneling, osteitis fibrosa, and rachitic osteoplaques were particularly evident. These terms may sound complicated, but they basically indicate vitamin D deficiency and calcium imbalance, problems that arise when the body is deprived of critical nutrients and sunlight needed for bone health. Interestingly, these symptoms were mainly found in adolescent remains, hinting at repeated growth disruptions that could indicate seasonal metabolic stress. What's remarkable is the seasonal pattern of these health problems. They weren't just random, but seemed to recur year after year, suggesting that this ancient population experienced repeated physiological strain, likely tied to extended periods of low activity during winter months. The scientists propose that these hominins might have entered a state resembling hibernation, although poorly adapted to it, leading to negative health outcomes. As noted in the study, these extinct hominins suffered annually from renal rickets, secondary hyperparathyroidism, and renal osteodystrophy, conditions linked to a challenging and poorly tolerated hibernation in dark cave environments. Now think about the caves themselves. These fossils were found deep inside the Cueva Mayor cave system, a location that offered more than just shelter from predators or the freezing cold. The caves worked like natural refrigerators, but also as insulated safe havens that might have encouraged these early humans to reduce their activity significantly. This behavioral adaptation, spending extended periods inside dark, warm caves, could have allowed their bodies to conserve energy by slowing metabolic processes, a key feature of hibernation or torpor. What's intriguing is that this was likely not a one-time refuge, but a seasonal routine. Without evidence of advanced clothing or reliable food storage, hibernation-like behavior could have been one of the few strategies available to survive the extreme cold. Here's the truly thought-provoking part. Could this kind of dormancy have shaped our evolutionary path? Or was it a desperate, maladaptive attempt doomed to cause more harm than good? Because while hibernation might have helped these early humans survive the cold months, the cost was clearly high. The skeletal damage documented in these fossils, especially among adolescents developing their adult bodies, shows that this survival strategy came with serious physiological tolls. Unlike modern hibernating mammals, which have evolved specialized biological mechanisms to protect their bones and regulate nutrient use during long periods of inactivity, these hominins struggled, suffering from bone degradation and chronic conditions. In short, these skeletal deformities reveal the body's difficulties in maintaining mineral balance and bone health amid prolonged food shortages and absence of sunlight. The trade-off for sheltering in caves and slowing down metabolism might have been survival at the risk of ongoing chronic disease and stunted growth. And this is the part most people miss. If early humans really hibernated or adopted torpor-like states, it might suggest our ancestors' relationship with their environment was far more complex and vulnerable than we've traditionally thought. Could this ancient behavior hold clues about how humans evolved to handle environmental extremes? Or does it highlight the limitations and risks of early survival strategies before the mastery of fire, clothing, and food preservation? What do you think? Was hibernation a clever adaptation or a risky gamble that nearly backfired? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this fascinating and possibly controversial chapter of human history.